So today we're going to be learning about using the switch block. So we have here configuring a switch block, how to compare the states. All right, we're going to use a touch sensor for that. This block is run if the condition is true, and this is run if it's false. So the switch block checks whether the condition is true or false and runs appropriate blocks. And then we're going to create the TouchSwitch program. Now, I know when you guys were doing Discovery 26, some people were having difficulty trying to figure out how to get it to run properly. So this is a nice solution if you went back and did 26. If you had problems with it, this is a nice solution to add the switch block to figure out what you want to do. So let's go ahead and configure this simple program, and then after that we'll modify it so that it becomes the TouchSwitch program, which is just a simple addition to what we have here. So we'll start with our switch block. Okay, so close that up. We don't care about that. Okay, we want a new project, a program, and then we want to open it up. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to get the switch block. So first we'll just start by putting the switch block up here, and we want to do touch sensor, compare states. All right, so see if that's what we actually have here. We're gonna make this larger, which you can do on yours too. Okay, so we have the touch sensor, compare states, and it's in port 1. So we want to make sure we have port 1 in here. All right, so that's all set. And now we're going to put a move steer. We're going to have number of rotations, 1 number rotation. We're going to go backwards. And then we're going to have some words, no object. So it's going to run. What it's going to do is it's just going to run, and if it bumps into something, or if it doesn't continue, well, we'll find out what it does. These blocks are run if the condition is false, and these blocks are run if the condition is true. So it goes backwards if it bumps into something, and if it doesn't bump into something, it says no object. Okay, let's do move steering block. We have rotations 1. We want to go to negative anything. It doesn't have to be 75. I'm going to put it down to negative 41. Really doesn't make a difference. So this is all set. We're in B and C ports. That's what we have. And then we're going to have some, it's going to say no objects. Let's see. Bravo. No. Ooh, look at that. And then we're going to bring this guy in, and we're going to look for objects.
Object.
All right, so it says no object. All right, so we're going to file, save project as, put in your name. That's my name. And then this is called the touch switch, but it's just the first part of it. Touch switch program. Save. All right, so we save this in your documents folder, and we'll need to upload it later. So this was the first part, so you can go ahead and run this and see how that works. and then I'll show you how that works, and then we can come back and do the second part. So the first part of the program is simple. If you press the program and run it and it's not pushed in, it's going to say no object. So let's go ahead and do that.
No object.
Okay? So if it is pressed in when we do this, it's going to run. The wheels are going to run backwards. You see that? So if it's pressed in, the wheels run, and if it's not pressed in, it says no object. Now you can go on to part 2. So now you saw how that ran with the switch program. So let's go ahead and come over here, and we're going to add a forward motion before the switch block. So our robot's going to be moving, and if it hits something, it's going to say go backwards, and if it doesn't hit something, it's going to say no object, and then it's going to play a little ditty. All right, so how many seconds do we want here? Just 3 seconds. Forward 50. We could put 5 seconds, make it run better. So it's going to run for 5 seconds. If it hits something in those 5 seconds, it's going to go backwards. After 5 seconds, if it doesn't hit anything, it's going to say no object, and then we're going to play a little ditty. Little ditty, little ditty. 440, 150. All right, so put in 50. So there we go. So we got this all set. All right, so now we have our program the way they want it. This is our TouchSwitch program. File, save project, download. And now I'll show you what it looks like when it runs correctly. Okay, so let's first run the program where it doesn't hit anything. All right, so we're going to run the program.
No object.
So it didn't hit anything. The touch sensor wasn't pressed. So it ran for 5 seconds, and then since it didn't touch anything, it said no object, and then it did a little ditty. So let's do it now that it's going to run into something, into this right here. So it ran for 5 seconds, and then pushed it in. So after it ran for 5 seconds, then it backed up, and then it played a little ditty. So you go ahead and see if you can get it to do that too.